Is goal setting decreasing your potential? Welcome back, friend. It's Leanne Wolf, your human design professional and your BG5 career and business consultant. So when I take a look at the human design world and knowing that we're in this quantum physics reality, one of the things that is so prominent in the human design body graph that you can see here beside me is that we are a mixture of both the left and the right. And the left side of the body graph is very focused, it's very achievement oriented, it is futuristic, it is analytical. It is there to look at patterns and recognize formulas because that's what the left world is really all about. But on the right side of the body graph, is experiential. It is itness. There's nervousness here. And in the 30th gate resides the fates. Proverbs 19:21. Many are the plans in a person's heart, but it's the Lord's purpose that prevails. Now, you've heard me say this before. The human design body graph, that representation that's on that piece of paper and all the information that pops off of there, that's your mechanics, okay? But it's alive. There's this frequency that is it. And that frequency that is it is your representation of God, of, the big picture of the universe, of the creator, whatever you want to call it. So what I love about this proverb is that it's indicating to us that setting goals, making plans, God's going to laugh at us. So our purpose has to prevail. So looking at the larger aspect of that quantum physics world, we are scalar energy, scalar waves. Scalar waves have so much potential. The possibility is limitless until the observer comes along. And when the observer comes along, then all of a sudden the quantum can be collapsed. But in the quantum physics world, a 1 and a 0 are interchangeable. Now, in logical computer world right now that we have with our PCs and our Macs, they're linear. A 0 is a 0 and a 1 is a 1. And ones and zeros compiled create the DNA of whatever code that you want to put into your PC. But in the quantum physics world, a 1 is a 0 and a 0 is a 1. So the possibility and the potential is ginormous. So what I would say is, instead of goal setting, set your standards. We're in January. In January, most of the world runs off the Gregorian calendar. Human design does not. Human design, the new year will start on the 21st. I will have a video about that. So set your standards. The world is setting goals, it's setting resolutions, it's doing this, it's doing that. But set your standards. So instead of saying, I'm going to lose 20 pounds, set your standard as to saying, I am going to trust my human design inner authority and strategy and experiment with my own PHS. Set a standard that you will honor the strategy of your human design. Set a standard that you will honor the frequency that you came here as. Set a standard that you will begin to recognize distractions. And man, in this lockdown, they are absolutely exponential. Like every single day, I'm getting requests to join at least 5 to 10 Facebook groups. And I see that there's this new thing called Clubhouse, that all the Apple people are rushing over there trying to make their millions on Clubhouse. We're forgetting that the distractions are keeping us away from our truth. Set a standard that you're going to begin to recognize the distractions. Netflix, Amazon Prime, Crave, any of those streaming, they are master manipulators at keeping your attention. And what is it keeping your attention from? When I look at the transits, the 22nd gate, which is all about attention, it has been there all year long. It's asking us to pay attention. What are you being attentive to? So set a standard that you will begin to recognize who you are, your own frequency, not left, right, political views, not the haves or haves not bank accounts. This is the truth of your frequency. So set a standard this year. 2021 is, again, coming in with a massive amount of empowerment for us to step into ourselves. So instead of saying, I'm gonna lose 25 or 40 pounds, begin to say you're going to nourish your body based off of its best nourishment that it needs and your PHS. You're going to use your strategy and authority to decide on that. Now, what I've done is I've set not a goal, a standard around how I show up every day. What I want my physical body to the sensations that I want inside of it. And the sensation is satisfaction. I want my mind to be sharp, my body to be well, and be able to live in the scalar wave potential and allow for the clarity of my perception to collapse that quantum in front of me based off of my frequency and the representation that I have of that frequency. So you get to look at your human design body graph, sit down with it, and set your standards. They're non-negotiable. Okay? The conditioned mind will do its best to pull you off track. The cross of planning is going away. It's breaking down. And the destruction and the chaos that is happening right now in our world is the largest psychological war and the largest psychological distraction. And without our connection and clarity of our mental process, the life will not have a mutative, transformational representation. Now, why do I say that? Look at the quarters of the wheel. The first quarter is all about initiation and the mental process, the clarity of the mental process. The second quarter is all about form, the body, the physicality of who you are. The third quarter is all about bonding and relationships. And then the fourth quarter is all about mutation and transformation. But it all begins with the mind and our ability to really understand our healthy psychology and the conditioned mental process. Okay? Now, if you would like to step into 2021 and work through the profound ability for you to master your own life. Have self-mastery. I have a 1-year mentorship where I break down the entire human design system into bite-sized chunks. And then from there, you get me weekly so that we can walk through your own frequency. Now, those weekly calls are group calls, so you will learn from the other people in the group as well. Now, what I'm also going to say is that I do not take everybody that applies. Why? Because you have to be able to invest in yourself. As a 1-3, I am absolutely here to study, become an authority, and then pay the price of whatever it is that I need to learn, and then deliver that discovery to you. But it's my own process. Now, I have paid the price. I've paid the price, and I have invested my time and my money to understand the quantum physics world, to understand the human design world, to understand mindset, to understand a lot of different things so that I can fully discover it for myself and be the authority for you. Now, I've already paid the price. You get to step in at a fraction of the cost that it cost me to get the information. So like I say, don't take everybody, because you have to make the investment. You have to decide that having self-mastery, being able to have a heightened awareness, being able to step into your own wellness, being able to create a business or up-level your career, to be able to recognize family dynamics at a whole new level. This is all your opportunity, and much, much more. But you get to make the decision on whether or not you're ready to step into self-mastery. And I don't take people that are filled with excuses, that choose that the victimization of their experience. I choose those that are ready to reframe every experiences that they've had and step into their own self-mastery and represent the code, the formula inside your body graph. And then you get to transcend it. Why? As Ross said, it is a mechanical look. When you look at the body graph, it is mechanical. And then once you see that mechanic and all those mechanics working and operating in your life, you then transcend the limitations of that body graph. Why? Because he knows we are in this potential. We're in the scalar wave potential. So if that's you and you want to release the 3D reality, this delusion and illusion that we are in, and create your illusion from a place of self-mastery, apply below. That's not you, then you will continue to consume free information, and you get to decide what cost that has in your life. All right, friend, thank you very much for being here.